What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to another video here at the TGRDC show. This is your pregame prediction video. The Dallas Cowboys are 8-4, and they're going to be facing off against the Washington football team, who are currently 6-6. They're riding a 4-game winning streak. Guys, this is the first time these teams are meeting this year. The second time will actually be in the week after the next game when we play the New York Giants. A lot of things to go around in this game. Let's cover a few things. The Dallas Cowboys are 4-2 on the road. Like I said, the Washington football team is also on a 4-game winning streak. Say what you want, they're on a hot streak. We got to pay our respects, right? They're a division opponent, and you guys know this as well as I do. We hate them. We hate them. They could be called the Washington Redskins. They could be called the Washington football team. Doesn't matter. There's history. There's beef. We hate them so much. But we got to pay our respects to the fact that they are in a 4-game winning streak, and it is a division game. And you and I both know that division games, anything can happen. So for all of us that would love a blowout, 52-0, it just doesn't go that way with division games. It's going to be a tough game, tough game, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. A couple more things before we jump into that. We were swept last year. Yeah, it's a very sour taste in my mouth as well. I even made a hype video. Check it out on TikTok and Instagram. I made a hype video. I feel this is a personal game for us as fans, but also this team as well. What you also want to know is Dak Prescott didn't play in either of those games last year. The quarterback that we had was Andy Dalton and Ben DiNucci. Yes, we had both of those quarterbacks in, and they were there when we lost twice. Once on Thanksgiving. Just huge embarrassment. I'm going to stop talking about it just because it irks me. It's personal. I hate this team. I remember when I was so young, my dad took me to the game. It was back in 2007. We lived in Maryland in the D.C. side, and he took me to the last game of the year, and it was back in 2007 when we were 13-3. And I was so excited to watch the Dallas Cowboys play. Who isn't, but we got our butts handed to us. And Washington football fans, you guys are the worst. You guys probably think the same about us, but man, you guys are the worst. So it's mutual. Anyways, Dak Prescott is 7-1 all time against the Washington football team. So there's some fun facts for you as we jump in. First reason why I think we just might win this game is because we're the better team on paper. Usually that statistic really doesn't matter in the game of football. I mean, you could be better on paper statistically, and it just all counts what happens on the line, right? But this one, I think it matters. I mean, we're just so much more talented. You look down the roster, you look at the quarterback, the running back, so on and so forth. You look at the defensive side, guys, we just, not only are we talented in those individual spots, but when we're just a better team, guys. And so that's my expectation, that we should win this game. We should win this game, but it's a division game, guys. You guys know anything can happen, and this one's going to be tough, especially on the road. But I don't know about you, but it's kind of been like an up and down week. I mean, we're getting Randy Gregory and Neville Gallimore back, which is going to be insanely awesome. We're going to have full strength at the defensive line, which I think is going to make a huge difference. And then we find out Montez Sweat for them is out for this game due to COVID, which is, you guys have no idea. Back in my season prediction video, and I'm going to make another season prediction video here that I'm probably going to have out I'm going to try this weekend, but I'm going to have another video out about that where I was really worried about their defensive line against our offensive line. And I said this. You can probably cue the flashback, but I said this, that it all depends where we are in the season, where the health of our offensive line is, and where the health of their defensive line is. Right now, we have the advantage. We have everyone back offensively and defensively. I said this in my TikTok, and you guys need to follow me on TikTok because I update daily, and I do a lot of things like that. And I said last week, offensively, we got all of our players back. This week, it's the other side of the ball where we have everyone back on defense. And so it is my full expectation that we should win this game. And if we don't, there's something wrong. If we don't win this game with all of our players back, that is a huge sign of concern, because this is a game that you're supposed to win. We're the better team in the NFC East. We've been better all season long. If the Dallas Cowboys are the team that they say they are and that they want to be, you have to go out there and shut teams like this down that are on a 4-game winning streak, and you need to establish your dominance again and cast all worry away and say, no, This is our division. We are the better team. And I don't care if you're on a 4, 5, 6 game winning streak. We are better, and we're going to beat you because we're on the road, and we're going to beat you at home. The Dallas Cowboys need to do that, and I think it's the first of many. I really do think so. But anyways, like I said, up and down week, right? Tony Pollard is injured on his touchdown run last week. We hear about. Then Mike McCarthy says we're going to win. I don't know about you guys, but I'm never the kind of guy to kind of get hyped up when someone in our organization says we're going to win this game. I just see what happens, right? Just prepare your best and see what happens. That confidence shifts me, And then Dak Prescott comes out and he doubles down. And he's like, explicitive? Yeah, of course we are. Of course, it's our expectation to always go into these games and win, but it just kind of, I double take when we go out and say it. And then Micah Parsons is added to the injury list with the hip. I'm sure it's nothing, but it's just kind of been an up and down week with hearing news and then hearing other news. Hearing news of their team and the injuries and then hearing our news. But anyways, second thing I want you guys to look for is the coaching matchup. We got to pay our respects again. This Washington football team is not as talented on paper. We all know that. The whole NFL knows that. But the fact that their coaching staff has them at a 500 position in a position to win, having the opportunity to take on a team like the Dallas Cowboys in a really good matchup here, just shows how good of a coaching staff they are. They have Ron Rivera, who I kind of would have leaned towards over Mike McCarthy when we were during that hiring coach position. And then they got Jack Del Rio, who's a fantastic defensive coordinator. This defense should not be underestimated. I know Montez Sweat is sitting out, but Jack Del Rio can get his players to play. And so Kellen Moore, you better be ready because Jack Del Rio has been in this league. He's been a player. He's been a head coach, and he knows how to coach defense. And so, Kellen Moore, you best be ready and be on your A game. I know these players are going to bring it because they're talented, but a lot of the coaching needs to put these players in the best positions and give them the best opportunity to excel on each play and throughout the drives. Kellen Moore, you better be ready. Jack Del Rio is going to have a few things up his sleeve. And then Scott Turner, the offensive coordinator, obviously going to match up against our defensive coordinator. And so it's going to, defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. So I think it's going to be a fun coaching matchup, and I'm excited to see that. I think it's, like I said, I think it's going to be a tough game. I personally would be surprised to be a blowout. I'd be pleasantly surprised if it was a blowout because that's a huge exclamation point for our team. But lastly, guys, the Dallas Cowboys are finally healthy. This is something we've been waiting around all year. And I'll say this, I say it all the time, and I'll say it again here for the pregame prediction video. I honestly think you need 3 things that are going to give you your best chance to win a Super Bowl. 1, you need to be very talented. Offensively, you need good individual players. 2nd, you need to be well coached. You need a coach like Bill Belichick. You need a coach like Jimmy Johnson. You need a coach that can take you to the promised land with vision and direction. Lastly, it's a big thing, but you honestly have to get lucky. You have to be very lucky with injuries. And right now, the Dallas Cowboys have a lot of things going their way. Can we keep this momentum going for the next, if we're thinking 4 weeks of playoffs, we're looking at a total of 9 weeks, right? 5 weeks left in the regular season, 4 of the playoffs. Is this something that we can do? Right now, we're making a good run where we can finish this NFC East up, right? So, really good. My prediction, guys, my final pregame prediction is the fact that I think the Dallas Cowboys should and could and would go 9-4 against the Washington football team. It's going to be a tough game. It's in December weather. This team struggles a bit outside. When they're nice and cozy inside those nice stadiums, they can play really well. But when they're outside, they're making mistakes. I'm expecting to see that a little bit. They're going to turn the ball over a little bit. There's going to be some penalties, but it's going to be a game that we're going to win. It's going to be tough. I think it's really going to shape this team for a lot of the wins are going to be coming here in the month of December. Other than that, guys, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content. Follow me on all social media, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you so much for subscribing and following. One last thing. Go Cowboys!